Spirer has some groundbreaking technology, and it's called Questionmine. I know they've just done a deal with IBM. It's been really super innovative. I'll let him talk about it. He's going to talk a little bit about crowdfunding. How many of you guys are looking to raise more capital for your business right now? I don't know if you guys saw recently, like Seth Godin raised like a chunk of money, and he put it up just on a crowdsourcing site. It's been pretty interesting if you study some of the case studies on crowdfunding. So Gary's going to talk about that. He's raised over $500 million in real estate transactions, over $125 million other private placements as well. So let's bring it up for Mr. Gary Spirer. Hello. Mr. Questionmine, come on up. Let's give him a little love. It's a little late in the day. Let's make him feel loved. All right, keep it tight, baby. Knock it out. Good luck.
Okay. So, I'm going to start the video first. How's everybody? It's good. Play the video. Okay, so got the mic. So the key here, and the key thing that I want to impart, is the most important thing today is whoever knows their customer best wins. That's it. Every company, small or large, wants to know who is their customer in depth. So the first thing that I want to go over is that when you know your customer well, you're actually more efficient and effective, which increases your conversions and sales, and it also increases your customer's experience. So here's where the world is today. Relationships equal the new currency. Social media equals the new marketing. But even more importantly, video is where the game is going, video and mobile. So video, according to Cisco, 90% of web traffic, 90% in the next couple of years will be video. Combine that with mobile, and you have an explosive experience for your customer. So, my story. Larry gave you a little introduction. I actually started that I had no intention of going into business. I really wanted to be just a poet and a writer. And I ended up being represented by William Morris Agency as a novelist and also as a nonfiction writer. So I understand the pain. I'm with you. So what happened is, to support my young family, I ended up borrowing money, creating an investment banking firm, and I always loved, I had a passion for ideas, so I always wanted to help the guy get his dream financed. So I went and raised money and learned. I had no family contacts, and I taught myself how to raise money and how to present. And in the course, I also did $500 million of real estate around the country, building projects and so forth. And I learned the key thing of everything is how do you present and pitch in a very, when somebody's going to write you $1 million check, or they're going to write you $25,000, you have to know what to say when. And that's the key. You have to know that customer across the way. So that's my story. A few questions I wanted to ask you. I assume in the audience, most people here, by raise of hands, are experts, authors, speakers, writers. Is that pretty much? Okay. So I'm going to give you a little exercise, and I'd like everybody to close their eyes. This is not, I'm not going to do mantras and om and everything. I just want to close your eyes. I'm going to walk you through a visualization, because once you see this, you'll understand how to reach your customer better. So what I want you to visualize is, let's say that you have a video of your book, your training course, your product, and so forth. And across the way is a customer. And you could stop the video and ask the customer what they feel about your product. What do they like, what do they don't like, and would they be ready to buy? And you're going to incentivize your customer, because they're going to look for, give me a free ticket to your event, give me a free chapter, something, so they're incentivized to answer those questions that you really want to know about them. And the key here is, imagine now that you can multiply this on thousands of sites simultaneously. Everybody's giving you feedback. Hey, this is what we like, this is what we don't like, and so forth. So now open your eyes, and that is the beginning experience that you want to have and what Questionmine delivers. So we went through, so basically what you have is, we've created the ability to have a video which you can ask questions in real time. And why this is so important is Harvard Business Review. This is very important, and when I give you this, you'll see the whole strategy to compress your sales cycle. So here's what this was. It was a study, and they went to 7,000 consumers and hundreds of marketers, top marketers. And what they asked them, here's social media, and they asked the top marketers, these companies, what do you think your customers are coming to your site for, your social media site, your fan page? And they all said, well, of course, they want to join the community, they love the brand, they love the loyalty. And then they asked the consumer. And the consumer said, we just want the discounts on the product. We couldn't care less about them. They just want to get, it's transactional. So what Questionmine effectively is doing is saying, what do you think your ideal customer is? And then when they answer, what's reality? And that gap is how far you're off target. That's where the money is. That difference is the money, but there's more. And this is what's really important. When people first search, they search in a generalized way. I'm overwhelmed. So picture this poor person out there being killed all day. Everybody's hitting them with messages, and they think, well, let's pump out more messages, and the more we give them, the more they're going to want to engage with us. But in reality is, what they're looking for is trusted information, and this is the key, and follow how this goes. What they want is a trusted advisor. So what Questionmine's doing is, picture a doctor system. If you go into a doctor and you trust the doctor, and he's asking you questions back and forth and getting feedback, and if he gives you the right prescription, you're going to go back to the doctor, right? Well, this is where the market's going. So what they found is, when somebody has a mobile phone, they're within an hour to 2 hours to make a buying decision. Is that cool? And if you respond within 30 minutes to what the customer wants, you'll increase your sales potentially by 21 times. Is that cool? So this is where the world's going. They need a trusted advisor, and what you want is an evidence-based decision, not an intuitive decision, because they've proved intuition doesn't work. So what Questionmine's doing is, it's testing every assumption that you think about your product and honing your communication so that you really get to know what your customer wants. And within the system, it could actually give you reviews and social shares and all the things that you're looking to accomplish to create the engagement. So there's 4 variables. So you want engagement, you want to educate, you want to entertain, and you want to evaluate to get metrics. So all these things have to pull together for you to become the trusted advisor and to know what they want. So the problem, again, is we have to know our prospects' deepest desires by doing that. And if not, this is what's going on. So if you don't have interactivity in your webinar, it's not happening. So you're leaving money on the table. And the other thing is, when you don't know who your customer is, all you're getting is a name and an email that they're sending to a site they're never going to look at. They just want the free stuff. How many people do that? They get the free stuff and they give them a site they're never going to go to. So that's why you're seeing so few buyers. So Questionmine is doing 2 things. It's asking the question, but basically it's listening software. You got to listen to what the customer wants, not what you think the customer wants. And this is where it's going, personalized precision marketing. So you're filtering, segmenting them into groups. So as the customer comes into the funnel, there's maybe they want red, green, orange, white. But as you ask the questions, it moves them more towards what do they really want, and then you're going to be able to respond to them. The key is in real time. So with this system, you can send out an email, a text, whatever you want, you're going to be able to actually respond to them. So let's say right now I want a hamburger. I go to McDonald's, right? So now you're online, and the person wants a hamburger now. And if they know he wants a hamburger, you could ask them for the fries and the upsells right then. But what happens with most research is what they're doing is that they wait and they come back a day or 2, now you want salad. But they thought you want hamburgers. It's over, guys. They left. They're not interested now in what you have. That's today's marketing. This is how we go with Questionmine, you get beyond that. So what you do is you get key metrics, and this is the kind of things we're measuring. So why it's segmenting, you're getting all these video metrics so you can evaluate your video assets and get ROI. So the whole world's changing and compressing. And if you're not there, your competitors will be. So what Questionmine does is it's leveling the playing field so that you have the power of a huge marketer. And so by asking questions, you can get psychographic and demographics. You can ask open-ended questions. And then if you have a brand, you can get the brand metrics. So here's an example, simple example. Let's say you have a book, Dan Kennedy, Dustin Matthews. So let's say they want 30% off. There's the video on their book and on the side of the questions. Now the video, you can have pause, so you could say, if they don't answer the question within 10 seconds, the video will stop and say, please answer. And you could say, whoever answers 1A, 2B, 3C, that I feel is my ideal customer, send them this email, text, live call center, whatever, and they're going to give you the email because they want the 30% off. Does that make sense? Cool? So this is, and the questions will appear, and you can time the question to the second. I want this question to appear within 30 seconds. If you have a webinar, you type it in, and I want it to appear in 20 minutes. And this way, you can get that feedback immediately. This was a webinar. You can overlay the question. It could be transparent on the video. So this happened actually this week. I met with IBM for 2.5 hours. And can you imagine that they're going to put us on the home page? It's bigger than Facebook for enterprise software. They're going to put Questionmine, and we'll be exposed to 90,000, like Nike, all these businesses, and then they're going to link to us that we could be a resource and show people how to become an IBM World Partner, Entrepreneurial Partner, which we are. And they're having us come to different meetings, so we're kind of the liaison to the entrepreneur and teaching how to raise capital, build a company, and so forth. So I said to them, let me be the link to the real world. You know, us, we need help. We want exposure. We want influence. So that's what I'm kind of putting together with them. So right now, we're integrated completely with Infusionsoft, Aweber, iContact, Eloquist, Salesforce. So big or small, they're all using the same power of Questionmine. And these are just, you know, some testimonials. This guy wrote this week, I'm stoked. Stop a video, ask a question, create interactive. This is a quote from an internal success coach at Infusionsoft. So you can see how people are using this. This is Russell Bronson. Have thousands of people came in. They did a brilliant thing. They took Questionmine, and they have training videos, and then they created a quiz and a certification that you have to answer these questions to go to the next level. Is that cool? So thousands of people have signed up and are using it now. This fellow here had high-end product. He used Questionmine, and look at the percentage he got, and he didn't even get to the follow-up. This is ClickBank, Michael Joseph when he's there. And we're back to basically getting to know your customer. And you could see if you reduce your abandon and bounce rate, it's the fastest way to make money. And you could see you're increasing the lifetime value of the customer. So the key thing I want to leave is that you could make any information interactive. So you can go to Camtasia, you can go to Jing, you can make an executive summary, a business plan. You could take photos of real estate, put them into a slideshow, make it interactive. PowerPoint presentations, interactive. Can you see how this can transform your business? You can take your book. I've taken a book presentation on my book, made it interactive, and asked people, what do they think of my chapter? And you could be talking if you use Camtasia or Jing. So it's going to change the whole idea of marketing. So the thing that I want to leave you with is, if you have an iPhone and Wi-Fi works, type in Questionmine, and you'll see the first interactive mobile video in the world that you could ask a question. So imagine this. You go into a store, and we're working 7-Elevens, and on the screen, they have screens, and it's going to say Pepsi. And it's going to say, hey, you want to get 10% off on your Pepsi? Text, coupon, 555, whatever it is, goes to your phone, you take the survey, now you got info that they've never had in the world, you hit submit after you take it, sends you a code, and you go to the register, and you get credit. That's what we're creating. So, this is the offer, and it's really very simple, it's free. And we're going to take and show you how to ask the questions, how to optimize, how to get up and be ahead of all the competition. It's videomoneyformula.com. Don't get scared when you go there. The video's about Questionmine. And this is my offer, and we will work and show you how to do everything. So that's basically it, and appreciate it very much. I hope this has been helpful.
All right, so real fast, how can they best serve you?
Just use it and empower yourself. You know, I'm totally for entrepreneurs, and I feel that this group, they're the word spreaders. They're the keepers of the entrepreneurial spirit, and that's what I'm about. So if I could be helpful for you to do that, because I really decided I'm not going to retire, because I feel the entrepreneurs are under attack in this country, and I want to see everybody get out and be the country we've always been.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gary Spirer. Thank you, buddy.